The International Appalachian Trail, Ulster Ireland, is a 450-kilometre long-distance walking route that stretches from Bunglass on the Atlantic coast to Larne on the Irish Sea. On the 26th of May 2023, I set myself a target to complete this in 14 days or less. I stayed last night in a campsite, which is about 3.5k away from the start. So I've got a 3.5k walk before I get to the start point. But I'm doing 450k altogether, so what's another 3.5, eh? Now, that big ridge up there to the left is where I'm heading. The clouds have just cleared in the last few minutes and the views are just magnificent. Just down the other side of Sleeve League, which is that up there. That's where I've came across just now. It's about 11 o'clock. I just came across the top of those cliffs and it is absolutely roasting. Nearly 1 o'clock, about 17k in. I'm coming into a little village, I think it's called Cashel, and then probably only about another 12-13k to where I'm going to stay tonight, which is a little place in the middle of nowhere called Port. But once I get in this village, come out the other side of it, I'm going to have to go that. That's about 400 metres of incline there, coming up that hill. Pretty sure that's going to be the last climb of the day, which at the minute I think is on about 1300 metres, so glad of that. About 3.5k downhill into Port, which is probably where I'm going to spend the night. It's a decent wee spot to camp. That will probably take me up to, I don't know, 26, 27k.
which to be honest is where I kind of planned to be today anyway. Heat has been absolutely relentless today, which is good to be honest in some ways, but quite hard hiking in it, considering all the incline that I've had. But another, not even an hour, that'll probably be me finished for the day. Day 2, long road walk coming up out of port behind me. We camped last night, so I think of about, don't even know, like 10k or something on this road, which is actually a dead end. It just goes to that port, it doesn't go anywhere else, that sort of beach. But it's quite a long walk up this valley here. Lunch of champions.
About 2 o'clock, just having lunch in the petrol station. We've done 22k today. Another 13 to go will take me to Lenties, which I think I'm probably going to stay there tonight. There's another option about 7k on from that, but I don't know.
Oh well, at least I'm not gonna drown. If I fall in, I'll just break my ankle. So I've been on the Blue Stack Way for about an hour maybe, and it's just following along. I think it's the Oneida River, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like, bar Sleeve League cliffs, this has probably been the highlight so far, although I'm only 2 days in. Currently sitting on 26k for today, which is what I done yesterday. I'm going to push on to about 33, and and depending on whether there's a half decent campsite there and how I feel, I might either spend the night there or push on to 40k where I know there's a good campsite because I've stayed at it before. Yeah, so that seemed like a great idea at the time. I've stopped into a wee pub in Glenties, had a few pints of Guinness, and I've now decided I'm going to do another 5k. So it's about 7 o'clock now, which means it's probably an hour and a bit before I get to where I'm camping this evening, and I just hope that's decent because it's threatening to rain at the minute. Yeah, so I kind of forgot to show my campsite last night, so I was like, oh, definitely gonna have to do that tonight. And then after doing 40, just over 40k today, which is actually alright, like, and I got to my campsite and I was literally surrounded by millions of midges, and there's literally nowhere else I can stay for quite a few kilometres. Day 3, about 7:45. Had a wee bit of a lie in this morning, and I can't wait to get outside. They came to avenge their mates that I got last night. They're literally all over the inside of a tent with not me getting out. Oh, class. This is the wee spot where I camped last night. This actually looks lovely, but I get eaten alive by the good old midge last night. And then again this morning, it's actually horrendous, so I'm not even going to hang about. I haven't had breakfast or anything. I literally just packed up my gear and I'm going. So 30 something kilometres today, Donegal. I gotta get off of this road if it's the last thing I ever do. It's very nice. About 10k in, Most of that first 10k was all either on like sort of little country roads with no real traffic or anything on it, but a big chunk of it was on like a fairly major road, which is a bit dodgy because there's like literally no footpath, no hard shoulder. But I'm off that now, back into the countryside, which is awesome. It's just so much nicer walking on this compared to sort of tarmac roads. It's a lot easier on the feet and ankles doing this kind of stuff. But I'm heading to Donegal today, where I'm actually on a proper campsite, so we'll be able to have a shower, wash my clothes and stuff like that. So looking forward to it. Hopefully be there early afternoon too. Yeah, it's pretty hot today. Been struggling for water, to be honest, for the last few hours. But then I came across this wee gem that some kind person has. So there's a little sort of pipe they've put in. So it's just like a runoff from the sort of hills up above us. What they've actually done is they've put this little post on here and then left a cup on top of it, so you can kind of scoop the water from that. I still filtered it anyway, even though it's probably alright. Just taking one last wee break before I hit campsite where I'm staying tonight, which is Spearstown, actual proper campsite. I've been wild camping for the last few nights, so I'm going to get a shower and hopefully a takeaway or something like that. But I'm about 3 or 4k away now, but I just had to stop here, like, check this out. Yes, here we are. Oh, hello. Big eats. Living the high life tonight. Just had a burger, onion rings, and chips, and a massive thing of like a gallon of Coke. And then back to the campsite is here. Now, I've got a motorhome and caravan in with me, but there's still like, compared to sleeping out in the wild, this is the Ritz. And had a shower and washed my clothes, and also then the guy completely out of the blue asked what I was having to eat tonight, and like if I fancied a drink or anything like that. And he said he'd run me down to the off license and run me down to the takeaway. So obviously took him up on that. So I've had my dinner and I'm now going to have a couple of whiskies. Winning. Morning, day 4. Supposed to have a lie-in today. Actually ended up at like 7:30 or something like that. But I've got this wee camper kitchen. So this is what my 6-day resupply looks like. So over here we've got breakfast, which is ready break and protein powder for during the day. Got this, which is just assorted nuts and chocolate, all just through into different bags. Evening meals are these freeze-dried meals. They're pretty calorie dense and light for what they are. And then in the evening I've got a mixture of protein bars and chocolate. Day 4, on the road again. Late start this morning. I'm only about 2k or so in, and it's 10:30 in the morning, but it is roasting. Sign here is warning me that I'm speeding. I've been walking through this wind farm for probably, I don't know, an hour maybe, and all I can see as far away as the horizon, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, is more and more of these turbines. It's like right away on the horizon, I can still see them. It's mad. So doing a couple of things a bit different. First of all, with regards to nutrition, normally I would eat, actually showed it earlier on, porridge and a bit of protein powder mixed in with it, and the little bags that you put boiling water into. I've used that loads of times on backpacking trips, so it's totally fine. However, I always use the Quaker Oats, the sachets out of the box, and whenever I came to sorting the supplies out for this, I looked in the cupboard and had Ready Break, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I've used Ready Break before, so I made a lot of them up with Ready Break, and having now tried it for a few days, I can't eat it. Like, it's disgusting. It doesn't cook properly, for want of a better word. The Quaker Oats, once you put the boiling water in, zip the bag closed, leave it for a couple of minutes, it's normally totally fine, like it would be, you know, if you've done it at home in the microwave or whatever. But that Ready Break just isn't working. It's just virtually inedible. I've had a few of them, but so I've swapped that around, and I'm basically just going to live on junk, on basically chocolate and nuts for my breakfast and for my lunch, and then still have a freeze-dried meal for my dinner in the evening. So the next village that I go through, I think, is Gorton, which was this morning, I think it was about 100 kilometres away, so that's 3, maybe 2 days if we go nuts, but realistically probably 3 days away from here. So I'm definitely going to have to resupply there, so just hope that there are some form of shop or whatever in Gorton that I can pop up and stuff like that. And the other thing that have changed a bit is my sort of rest stops. It is roasting hot today, like sort of lunchtime now, maybe about nearly 1 o'clock. I'm just making an effort to stop on the hour every hour, just for a couple of minutes, because there's very little shade and it is so warm, and the forecast says it's going to be like that for the next couple of days. So I'm doing that and making a conscious effort that every time I stop to drink water as well. And that's something I'm particularly bad at, is drinking water. I just tend to want to keep going. This wee bridge Doesn't look like much, it's just a wee bridge in the middle of nowhere. Nothing fancy about it. However, I am currently in the Republic of Ireland. And I am now back in Northern Ireland. That's me, I've just crossed over into Northern Ireland, and this is the first one of these that I've seen in this whole route so far, which is like a trail map of the International Appalachian Trail, Ulster Ireland. I'm like 115 kilometres in so far, and that's the first one of these that I've seen. To admit, I'm really not feeling it today. About 33.5k at the minute. I don't really want to stop yet. I want to push on. I don't know if I'll do 40 today. I mean, if a good campsite comes up shortly, I might just take it, to be honest. Most of today has either been on wee country roads like this, or else forest roads, and it's just soul destroying, to be honest. I really don't like walking on roads at all, because one, you have to keep your wits about you with cars coming up and down, and some of them do not slow down at all. Not to be fair that there has been much traffic on them, but it's just not really hiking. You're just dandering along a country road. Not really my cup of tea, and those forest roads aren't much better, to be honest. But probably just having the whinge because I'm getting tired. About 40k now. Really just looking for somewhere to camp tonight. I hope I don't have to go too much further this evening. 43.5k I'm at, still walking. I cannot find anywhere suitable to camp at the minute. Kinda wish I was stopped earlier on, but hey ho. Day 5 just started. It's the supposed to be the hottest day so far on the trip. Sun all day, no cloud cover. I skipped breakfast this morning too because the midges were relentless. Like literally as soon as I get out of the tent I started getting out alive. So I'll probably stop in an hour or something, get something to eat. Today I'm going to take plenty of breaks. It's going to be a slow day today. That house just behind me there, I was actually just walking along, not miserable, but thinking this trail hasn't really been so far what I've expected. It's been lots and lots of road walking, like lots, and I know it's a personal preference thing. It's not really my cup of tea. I want to be sort of in the sticks. Well, there are wee country lanes like this in the sticks, but I mean in the mountains or forests or glens or whatever. And I was just sort of walking along, kind of not feeling sorry for myself, but just sort of going, you know, it's not what I expected. And that guy was out cutting his grass, and he waved at me, so I waved back, and then he actually made a point of turning off the lawnmower so that I could hear him. And he says, "Alright, how you doing? Are you doing the Ulster Way?" I was like, "No, I'm on the International Appalachian Trail. Ulster Way is another long distance walking route, Northern Ireland." And he was like, "You okay for water?" And I actually wasn't, to be honest, but I just don't like asking people unless I'm really, really stuck. But I'd only about a quarter of a litre left from last night. And he says, "Oh, I'll get you water." So he brought me over to the house, and actually brought me in and filled up my water bottle out of his fridge. And he says, "Oh, have a glass before you go, you know, it's cold." And I was like, "No, I don't want to put you out, like." And he's like, "No." So he gave me a glass of water, and then he offered to make me a cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee anyway, but still, it's a gesture. And then he said, "You know, do you want me to make you something to eat? Have you got food?" He was offering me biscuits and all sorts, and literally I just did a food resupply yesterday, so I don't want to, you know, didn't want to be carrying any more food, because I've got plenty there. But just random strangers being so kind, from that guy there to, you know, the guy that owned the campsite that I stayed in the other night, take me into town, get me a takeaway and whatever else. It's mad, like, it really is mad how strangers go out of their way to, you know, to do things like that for people that they don't even know and they've never met. It restores your faith in humanity a bit, to be honest. But anyway, that's given me a bit of a G up for today. So these lads have come over to say hello this morning. Hello. Any chance of a lift? No. Alright, toodles. Just past a wee corner shop there in the middle of nowhere. Look at this bad boy. Fuel of Champions. I've walked about 100 metres up the road looking for a bit of shade. Got this. These wee old bus stops, they are class. You don't really see them nowadays. They're only really sort of out in the country. And even then they're pretty rare, like, but I've seen about 3 of these now over the last couple of days, so pretty cool. So here's another one of these trail markers. The last one I seen was in Cleater. So basically here is where I started on Friday morning in Bunglass, and I've came all the way over there through Cleater yesterday, and I'm heading for Gorton now, so I'm somewhere between there and there, but all being well, end of day 5, that's where I'll be finishing, which will be in and around the 200 kilometre mark in 5 days, so I'm happy with that. Up into the 20s again today, and to be honest, it's to be like that right up to, you know, this evening. I want to keep pushing miles. I'm slower than normally would be, quite a good bit slower to be honest, these last few days. I'm getting the miles in, but I'm just having to take a break, you know, every hour, just for a couple of minutes, and try and get into a bit of shade. And I'm doing that all day, which is, you know, slow me down, but I'm still getting the miles in, so can't really complain too much. And at the end of the day, it's better this than rain. So yeah, keep it up. Climbing hills and popping pills. Antihistamine has been the drug of choice today. So this is the cairn on top of Bessie Bell, I think it's called, or Bessie Hill. It's only 420 metres, but the views up here, especially on a day like this, are just insane. Apart from that. So this looks to be the last bit of shade for a while. It's about 2 o'clock, so I've decided I'll stop here, take a break for half an hour or so. The midges are already starting to appear, which is awesome. What's even better is that is my lunch, which is all melted together into one big blob. But okay, I'm going to eat it anyway. Water's been pretty scarce today, and then I just came across this wee gem. It's 3 o'clock. I'm 20k in. I think I'm going to stay near Gorton tonight. Just a big hill up above it. There's lakes there. Apparently it's a good spot. Which leaves me about 17k to go. I love a hill, me. Oh yay, another road walk. About 1.5k. I'm going to have dinner and then probably push on. I don't know, another 4 or 5 minutes. Get me, it's after 6 now, so get me some rain and see where we end up. I pitched up here in a field and there's a load of culties, all we young ones that have met up. They've no idea that I'm here. have literally just got packed up, and there are clouds of them. It's hard to sort of see anywhere else, but the bag sort of contrasts it. But yeah, it's every morning, every night, it's horrific. This is Gorton Lakes, which is near the village of Gorton. This one here is on the other side of the road, and I camped quite close to here last night. These toilets behind me, which I thought I'd come down this morning. It's actually pretty late on, it's like 9:15. Maybe get a wash or something like that, but they're locked. Yay, it's not even a cold water tap or anything, so we're going to have to filter some water shortly this morning. I'm going to crack on down to Gorton, hopefully get breakfast there, all being well. Right, morning of day 6. Short walk down here into Gorton. It's about 4 kilometres. Hopefully grab something to eat. If not, I'll get the cooker out and make something. It's the 3rd morning in a row I've skipped breakfast because the midges are just relentless, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to try and cook and put everything away while just getting eaten alive. So what I've been doing is just literally packing as much as I can inside the tent, and then as soon as I get outside, packing the tent down as quick as I can and getting on the move. It's actually been the same the last 3 nights, I think, and mornings since Donegal town. They're just relentless, and that's why I haven't really made many videos of in and around the campsite at night, because I literally just get into the tent, zip it up to keep them away, and the same in the morning, just pack everything away as quickly as I can and get on the road. That's worked out well, because like I say, I went through Gorton early doors here this morning, and I have no idea what's there. I'm sure there'll be a shop of sorts. Ideally I'd love a bit of hot food, but we'll see how it goes. Feeling good. Just came out of a little village called Gorton, done a wee bit of a resupply there. I've got all my dinners and stuff with me. It's just mainly stuff to eat during the day, so crap basically, chocolate, nuts. So about 5k in this morning, and nice one. I've just got a massive bus and a van going past me. 5k in this morning, and I'm going to aim for a sort of minimum 37k, maybe actually up to 43, I don't know. So it came about half a k just off trail to come to this wee spot for an extended lunch, which is sort of near, well, about 15k away from Gorton. We've been here before in the camper van, me and the missus, but it's got toilets there. Around the back of the toilets is actually a water tap as well, and then you've got this wee sort of shelter thing, and plenty of shade in here too, because there's trees all the way around as well. There's like a few bays there for camper vans or motorhomes. Going to be honest, struggling today. This heat is something else. Since it started, I'm ahead of where I sort of wanted to be honest. I think I've averaged up until day 5, which was yesterday, something like 36, 37k a day. It's not even just the distance. I'm averaging over 900 metres of ascent every day as well, which is quite a lot of hills. And ordinarily, like, I would find that manageable, but just in this heat, there's so little shade. So any bit of shade that I get, be it underneath a tree or a hedgerow or whatever it may be, I'm kind of stopping every hour or so. And even, like today, I've had to sort of up my sort of rest time to maybe 5, sometimes even 10 minutes, because it's just so energy sapping. And water's been pretty scarce as well, which I was surprised at. But yeah, it's hard. It is hard, like. Filtering water from a stream, sitting under a bridge, about to eat a packet of goo. Yeah, what's not to like? So just finished today, just a shade under 36k. But again, loads and loads of hills and loads of heat. But I've got one of my best, maybe the best campsite that I've had on this trip so far after 6 days, which is on, or sorry, near the summit of Crockbrack Mountain, which is about 526 metres, I think it is. But the views are, in fact, yeah, I'll spin around in a second. There's the gaff for tonight. Good wee spot, and no midges for a change, but the views up here are literally something else. Sweet. So I'm just going to go and get some dinner on. I'm getting an early night, I think. So day 7, heading northwards now towards my next town, I think, Dungiven, about 25k, but I'll push on past that this evening. All packed up, and it's about 8:30, which is early for me, and not a morning person at all. So it's about 11 o'clock, and it looks like I'm going up over this bad boy here. It's been pretty good today. Came down off the mountain that I stayed on last night. I've been in a forest for the last few hours, which is amazing. and now I'm going up into the mountains, which is also amazing. It makes a massive change from those long road walks that I've had to do. This is what I'm talking about. Check this out. So I'm 7 days in now, well, halfway roughly through day 7, and I've been pushing out sort of decent distances every day and stuff. A few wee dramas along the way with food and a couple of minor kit choices that I made, but I never once thought that there was a possibility that I wouldn't finish this until today, really. And my left leg has just been giving me a bit of jip, and I don't know if it's, you know, wee muscle strain or shin splints or what it is, but it's been getting sort of progressively worse all day since this morning. And because of that, I've been going slower. I've been, you know, taking plenty of breaks and elevating my leg, and I've taken anti-inflammatories and stuff. Did everything really that I can do, considering I'm out in the middle of nowhere with sort of limited resources available to me, and I just hope that it doesn't end the trip, because I'm probably just over halfway through now. To be honest, if it gets much worse than what it is at the minute, I honestly don't think I'll be able to do another 200 kilometres. It's not to do with fitness or anything like that, or my feet are good, I feel strong, I'm not sort of struggling each day. But this leg thing just sort of occurred last night, literally just before I was starting up camp. Never really thought too much of it. It came on all of a sudden, and I was sort of like, oh well, I'm putting the tent up now, or shortly anyway. So I'm getting into Dungiven here in the next couple of hours, and there's a wee shop there, so I'm going to top up sort of painkillers and anti-inflammatories. Try and get finished a bit earlier tonight, and even, you know, I'm ahead of my schedule, the target that I set myself to do this in, so I probably could afford a rest day. But the problem is, like, if it's shin splints or a muscle strain, like, one day is probably not going to cut it. And I mean, obviously, if it was an injury that meant that I had to sort of cut it short, I would definitely come back again and finish, you know, the bits that I haven't done. But that's not what I set out to do. You know, I set out to do it all in one go within 14 days. So I'd be gutted, like, to be honest. So all I can do is hope for the best, get into Dungiven, get this resupply, and see what happens in the morning. What a way to finish the day, up and over that. I don't know if you can see it, but I've came from Dungiven, which is sort of down in there, about half an hour ago, where I had something to eat in the garage. I'm only about halfway up, and It is brutal, like absolutely brutal. But I've got to get up and over Benavina here because I'm going to camp near the top, but just on the other side of it, I think. So another about 4k to go, can't wait. Nearly done for the day, currently at 37.5 kilometres. I'm in this forest the other side of Benbarada, I think it's called, mountain. That was the sort of big feature that I came up over there out of Dungiven. So I believe I read someone on the internet had said that there's spots that you can camp by the river in this forest. There's grassy areas, so I'm hoping that that's legit, and I'll get somewhere to camp at shortly. Day 8. Had a great lie-in this morning. I was actually camped just in the corner of a little wood block near a track, and because of that and the relation I was camped in the forest to the sunrise, I got a mega lie-in this morning, so I didn't actually wake up until after 9 o'clock, which was great. And then I get out of the tent, start putting the tent down, and immediately got attacked by the midges again. So skipped breakfast this morning, but I don't mind too much. The missus has come to meet me tonight in the camper van, so I'm going to go out for a meal somewhere, so I'm mega looking forward to that this evening. So yeah, hopefully this leg of mine doesn't give me too much jip today. I'm probably going to do maybe not a complete rest day, but a short day tomorrow anyway, just to give this leg a chance to recover a little bit and enable me to push on. So yeah, feeling good. Today's going to be a good day. I really hate these road sections, but as I'm getting food resupply tonight, I'm pretty low on food, and just found some treasure at the side of the road. It's like a multi-pack of twirls, or sorry, flakes, with just one out of them, so they're definitely getting eaten. Love a mountain, me. I did a few yesterday, and now I'll get this bad boy to go over. So that is where I come over yesterday, sort of afternoon, evening. This is the summit of Donald's Hill, which is only 400 metres, but I felt every single metre of that coming up it in the midday sun. But yeah, downhill for a while now, thankfully. Now, I don't know if you can see that in the background, sort of there. That's the coast. That is the north coast. I've still a bit to walk to get to it, probably another 30k, so we'll probably not do that all tonight. About 10k in at the minute, but that's my first sight of it. Pretty sure where that high ground is there, sort of above the sea, is Castle Rock. So I basically head towards that wind farm. I could drop down into another valley, the other side of that, come back up onto that high ground again, and then stay on the high ground through those woods and forests the whole way to that sort of big feature, that high feature. And then that's probably going to do me for today. So I'm on about 21k at the minute. Hoping to do another 15 to finish the day. I haven't said that I'm sore today, like the legs are sore, but I'm probably going to take at the very least a short day tomorrow, like maybe do like about the 10k or depending on where I finish tonight, to get me into Castle Rock, and then have the rest of the day off as a sort of recovery day. So obviously the more I do tonight, or this afternoon should I say, this early evening, the less I have to do tomorrow. So that's the plan anyway. Yeah, so here's the sign telling me where to go, and then this is the road that I'm now going to walk up the side of. Awesome. IAT Ireland Day 9. Took a rest day yesterday, Saturday, so I suppose this is technically day 10, but day 9 on trail. Did what every elite athlete would do and spend 2 days drinking and eating junk food. So as a result of that, I've left a mega late start. It's about 2 o'clock now. I'm just starting here in Port Stewart. The trail sort of map advises you to skip Castle Rock to Port Stewart because it's all on basically country roads and stuff like that, which is pretty dangerous with the traffic and stuff. So I finished off like about 5k just outside Castle Rock, so I've just as I say, skip that whole section and start here in Port Stewart, and we've got about 130 odd kilometres to go to the finish. So yeah, let's do it. Enjoy. 12k or so in now. This leg is still giving me jip. Like, I thought a rest yesterday maybe would have helped it a bit, but Still sore, to be honest. I'm not sure how far I'm going to do tonight. I was hoping to do about 35k, but considering how close I am to finish, you don't want to push too hard and like get to the stage where this is completely unmanageable to walk with. So I might even wrap it at 25 or 30. Yeah, but bar that, feeling good. Well past Port Rush there, and I think I'm going up onto the cliffs here shortly, which should be good. It's 6 o'clock, just through Port Ballantrae. Sitting nearly 20k at the minute, so legs a bit better than it was earlier on, so I'll push on for another 10k anyway and then see what happens from there. $25k in now. I'm going to push on to White Park Bay, I think, which is roughly another sort of 9-10k from here. See what I feel like once I get there, but I don't really want to go beyond Ballantoy today, which is only a little bit further than White Park Bay. But this has been today, without a shadow of a doubt, the highlight of the trip. Like walking along cliffs for the last few hours, and the views are just absolutely epic. There was a little bit of road walking, but I'm not even bothered about that, to be honest, because the rest of it has just been so absolutely epic. Like, just have a look at this. Just look at that, and that's basically what I've had for the last, I don't know how many hours. Went through quite a few little towns today too, or villages, if you want to call them that. But yeah, that hands down, this has been the highlight of the trip, like without a shadow of doubt. The Causeway Coastway has been the highlight of it. There's I'm probably on over 300 kilometres now, and there's not an awful lot of sections on this that I would want to come back and do again, but this bit, without a doubt, I would come back and do this again, no problem. So yeah, another, like I say, roughly 10k to White Park Bay, and then I'll probably call it a day there. but a spot I found this evening. I was planning to go on another maybe 3 or 4 kilometres to White Park Bay, and then came across this and I just thought, nah, this is the spot here. Yeah, it's sunset in the background. I'm sort of tucked in behind these sort of rock formations, like sort of cliffs, small cliffs. Like there's the spot from the tent there, and yeah, this is amazing. This is just past, I think it's called Dunstrevik Harbour, like a couple of K past that. There's actually quite a lot of people that had tents up there, but there was signs up saying no camping and no caravans, and because there was already 3 or 4 tents set up, I just thought that's just fuel to the fire, do you know what I mean? Nothing against anybody who is pitched there, you know what I mean? If there had been 1 or maybe 2 tents, I maybe would have chanced it, but yeah. But anyway, I'm more than happy with where I am this evening. Day 10, up early today. I had crows and seagulls fighting with each other from like 5 o'clock this morning, so I thought to go back to sleep until, I don't know, it was like 6 or half 6, and then I just went, nah, I'll just get up. So yeah, it's maybe not a bad thing, because most mornings I wouldn't have been on the go at this sort of time, whereas what time is it? It's like not even half 7. I'm packed up and away. It's about 8 o'clock or thereabouts. Just coming through Ballantoy Harbour. What a wee spot that is. Right, it's about 12 o'clock, just through Ballycastle, and just started on the Moyle Way. By the looks of things, I'm in trees for a good bit actually, which I'm delighted with, because as much as it's nice being out in the sun, like all day, every day, it just saps you. So it's cooler straight away, I noticed as soon as I came in here. So yeah, hopefully be able to crank the mileage up a bit today. Just coming up on 20k now, about lunchtime, about 1 o'clock, and it is hot. This trail never ceases to amaze me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just out of a forest now, and I'm on this forest road for the next couple of K before going back out for another road walk on a public road. But like, this entire area has been deforested. It's like walking through Mordor. So you can just see the coast in the background there. That's where I've came from this morning, and then through all those or that valley and all those forests to get up to here on this high point, which is where the transmitter towers are behind me. Not sure if you can see it there behind me or not, just on that mountain on the horizon. That was the radio mast that it was at, so I'm at about 42k now. This is it for tonight. Absolutely busted. I am, I'm getting into a sleeping bag. I'm absolutely shattered. Long day today, lots and lots of hills. Anyway, so IAT day 11, about just after 8 o'clock. This is new. Proper clagged in this morning. Plan of attack is of about 12 or so K down to Waterfoot, where I'm then getting picked up and taken to Glenarm for the final section, which is Glenarm to Larne, which is about another 25k. So all being well, I'm going to get this wrapped up today at some stage, and I might even stop for a pint in the middle. Right, whoa. Easy. Right, hold on. There.
Mr. Nicholson suggested that those comments.
Nearly 2 o'clock. I've had quite a lot of rehydration, several Guinness and whiskies, leaving Glenarm. Hopefully be at the finish in about 4.5 hours, maybe, all being well. Right, that away over there in the distance is Larne. It's about 18k away, and to be honest, I've never really thought I'd be that guy, like, but I am now finally seeing it and actually being able to put my eyes on the finish. I actually am getting proper emotional, because in less than, I don't know, 3 hours I'm gonna be finally reunited with my missus, and like, more importantly than that, I'm going to be able to get like a Chinese or an Indian or whatever takeaway that I want and eat as much of it as I want, and probably have a couple of drinks with it too, and then basically by 10:30. But it is, honestly, it truly is a glorious sight, and it really makes me well up. It does. So yeah, let's do this shiz. I really pushed it the last 15k, and I am dangling. What about probably 2.5k to go, maybe. So definitely in the home straight now. What an absolutely spectacular place to finish, but that is a wrap. Larnport. Now to eat my body weight in junk food and get steaming on about 2 beers.
I'm pretty tired. I think I'll go home now.